What if I told you that having a sharp mind has nothing to do with your IQ? It's not about degrees. It's not about reading 100 books a year. And it's certainly not about sounding intelligent. Some of the sharpest minds in history weren't loud or flashy. They weren't trying to impress anyone. They were disciplined, calm, and observant, strategic. The ancient Stoics believed that mental sharpness isn't something you're born with, it's something you train. So today, we're going to break down 7 habits that reveal an unusually sharp mind, according to Stoic philosophy. And as you listen, ask yourself honestly, how many of these do you already practice? Let's begin. Number 1. You pause before you react. Most people react instantly. They get offended instantly, angry instantly, defensive instantly. But a sharp mind pauses. The Stoic teacher Epictetus taught that between an event and your reaction, there is a choice. That pause is power. If you have the habit of stopping, even for just a few seconds, before responding to criticism, bad news, or conflict, your mind is trained. Because impulsive reactions are emotional, measured responses are intelligent. The sharp mind observes first, then decides. Number 2, you separate facts from stories. Someone ignores your message. That's a fact. They don't respect me. That's a story you tell yourself. Sharp thinkers separate reality from interpretation. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself, you have power over your mind, not outside events. If you naturally question your own assumptions, if you ask, what do I actually know for sure? And if you avoid jumping to conclusions, your mind is disciplined. Emotion, clouds, perception, clarity sharpens it. Number 3, you're comfortable being silent. People with average thinking often try to fill every silence. They interrupt. They talk just to prove how intelligent they are. But sharp minds listen. They observe tone, body language, and patterns. Epictetus once said, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. If you find yourself speaking less and understanding more, that's not shyness. That's awareness. And awareness is a powerful sign of cognitive control. Number 4, you reflect daily. Most people live on autopilot. Wake up, scroll social media, work, complain, sleep, repeat. But the Stoics practiced daily reflection. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, reviewed his day every single night, asking, what did I do well? Where did I fail? How can I improve? If you have the habit of analyzing your own actions instead of blaming others, your mind is sharpening itself every day. Reflection builds pattern recognition, and pattern recognition builds wisdom. Number 5, you don't crumble under criticism. Criticism exposes mental weakness very quickly. Some people collapse when they're judged. Others become defensive and lash out. But a sharp mind examines criticism logically. Is it true? Is there something I can improve on? If the answer is no, they discard it calmly. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that other people act from their own understanding, not yours. If you don't let others' opinions control your emotions, you have mental discipline. And discipline is always sharper than ego. Number 6, you focus on what you can control. Average minds obsess over things they can't change. The past, other people's opinions, outcomes they can't influence. But sharp minds focused only on what's within their reach. Their effort, their attitude, their preparation, and their response. This is the absolute core of Stoic philosophy. If your default mindset is to ask, what can I control here? Then you avoid wasting mental energy. Energy that is directed properly becomes precision, and precision is intelligence in action. And number 7, you embrace discomfort to grow. A weak mind seeks comfort. A sharp mind seeks growth. The Stoics practiced voluntary hardship, like living with simplicity, maintaining discipline, and building physical and emotional endurance. Not to suffer, but to train. They're resilient. If you're someone who does difficult things without being forced, if you stay consistent even when motivation fades, and if you choose long-term growth over short-term player share, your mind is strengthening itself. Because mental sharpness isn't found in comfort, it's found in maintaining control under pressure. Did you notice a deeper pattern here? All of these habits require one thing: awareness. Pausing requires awareness. Reflection requires awareness. Emotional control requires awareness. A sharp mind isn't chaotic, it's intentional. It doesn't chase every impulse, it evaluates. And here is a truth most people don't realize. Mental sharpness is less about knowledge and more about discipline. You can read 100 books, but if you react impulsively, avoid reflection, seek constant validation, and fear discomfort, your mind remains dull. Knowledge without control is just noise. Stoicism trains the control. This matters more than ever in our modern world. Today, distraction is everywhere. Notifications, arguments, outrage, comparison. The average mind is overstimulated and undertrained. That's why calm thinkers stand out so much. When you stay composed in chaos, listen more than you speak, respond instead of reacting, and improve instead of complaining, you become rare. And in this world, rarity is power. Now, for a quick reality check. You don't need all 7 of these habits to have a sharp mind, but if you consistently practice even 3 or 4, you're already far ahead of most people. And the good news, these habits are all trainable. Mental sharpness isn't some genetic destiny. It's a result of daily practice. Each time you pause instead of reacting, you sharpen it. Each time you reflect instead of blaming, you sharpen it. Each time you choose discipline over impulse, you sharpen it. So let me ask you again. How many of these habits do you already practice? And more importantly, which one do you need to strengthen? Because in a world where most people react instantly, think emotionally, and seek comfort constantly, the sharp mind is unstoppable. Not because it knows everything, but because it controls itself. The Stoics didn't aim to be the smartest person in the room. They aim to be the most disciplined, and discipline creates clarity. Clarity creates power, and power, when guided by wisdom, creates freedom. If you want an unusually sharp mind, don't chase intelligence. Train your reactions. Train your focus. Train your awareness, because the strongest mind in the room is usually the quietest one. And that could be you. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments which habits you're going to work on. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on building a stronger mind. See you next time.